Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts with you on my brand new Singe Beauty brushes. I picked up the two new eye set editions and the eye base concealer brush, and I'm going to give you my updated thoughts on the original eye brush set that I have gotten to know for several months now. So if you want to see these new brushes in action and hear my updated opinions on my Singe Beauty brushes, just keep watching. We're getting into that now. So let me say, first of all, that my brushes arrived beautifully in these boxes, which were really nice because this fit inside of my small P.O. box. I have the smallest P.O. box that the USPS offers. And this little envelope, like it was in a little envelope, it fit perfectly in these little boxes. So I was really happy about that. I didn't have to wait in line and have my package handed to me because the box was bigger than my P.O. box. So that was a nice touch. That might seem like a small thing to some, but for me, that's a big deal. Now, additionally, I just want to say that it did take me about 8 to 9 days to get my package, which is pretty slow compared to how the first shipment, like my first set arrived. My first set, the label was printed in an hour of ordering. Like within an hour of me having placed my order, the label was printed and it actually shipped out 2 hours after that same afternoon through the post office, and tracking was updated and it was on the way. I got my package in 3 days, normal shipping, okay? And it actually took 4 because one of those days was a non-shipping day, Sunday. The post office doesn't count Sunday as a delivery day. So technically it was 3 shipping days, but because it hit over a weekend, you know, because I had placed my order like on a Friday, if I remember correctly, and it arrived Tuesday. And so, yeah, I thought that was pretty quick. That was back when Angie was doing her shipping herself, and that was for the original 5 set. So I got my original 5 set 4 days after ordering them. The new set, it took 4 days before the shipping label was even printed. 3 days. It took like 3 days before the shipping label was even printed, a 4th day before it actually shipped out. Maybe it was 4 or 5 days. And then like 2 days later, I got it. And yeah, so I could have picked them up last night, but I went and picked them up this morning. But I'm counting the delivery date as yesterday because it's not the business's fault or the shipping fault that I decided to wait an extra, overnight to pick it up. So anyway, that's just my experience with the shipping, if anybody cares. I'm not really complaining. I mean, would I have liked to have had my brushes sooner? Yeah, but I'm not complaining, and I'm just simply stating, okay? And so, yeah, shipping is definitely significantly slower now that Angie's not the one doing it, but also, this was the first time that the shipping warehouse was really sending out. So, there's to be some kinks along the way. All right, I have washed, like these, my older brushes, they're washed and clean and they're ready to go. I have spot cleaned the new brushes. I spot cleaned the new brushes in some Cinema Secrets. And yeah, I will insert a clip when we get to talking about this brush here in a minute, of me having tried it, because I did use it for my concealer already, but I'm about to use it now for my eye base, and I'm really excited to see how that goes. So the palettes I'm going to be playing with today are the Gold palette and the Star palette. I'm going to create a teal look with, I don't know, some sort of a little bit of a pinky vibe to it maybe. I'm not really completely sure, but I'm going to start off by trying this brush here. This is there's the numbers there. I don't know what it says. Okay. I personally, let me go ahead and insert the clip of trying it for the concealer now. Okay, so I mean, like it fits nicely, but I don't like this for my concealer under my eye. I don't like that very much right there at all. So that's not going to be how I use this brush. And I mean, it does fit okay. It's just too flimsy, not dense enough. It's too mobile, Like it's just moving around too much. It does blend it out nicely, but I just don't like the way, like, that felt like it was a lot of work. I really intended this for my eye base, so that's a plus. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so I picked up some eye base. It's a little bit large for my eye. If you can see, it's coming like right up into my brow, but it does fit the eye socket really nicely, and it is super soft and blends out seamlessly right away. Like normally I have to pass over a few times, and this time I'm just doing that because I'm used to it. Let's try that again. Okay, picked up tons of product. So it does fit really nicely in my eye. If it was any smaller, I would have to move the brush around a ton in order to get it to fully cover in one fell swoop. But it does get up into my brows. So I might start doing my brows after my eye look. And hopefully I won't forget. So yeah, I really, really like this brush for eye base. This is my absolute favorite new eye This is my favorite new eye base brush. Okay. Now, this brush here reminds me of my favorite synthetic brush from the JH Morphe collab. Let me grab it. Right here. It is a little bit different, okay? It is a little fluffier, but they both have the same concept, okay? They're basically like a pinched blender. You see that? Like a bit of a paddle board. So I'm really excited about this brush here because I love this brush. And it's like, it's definitely a go-to. I like it both for outer corner and for crease work, but that could be because, as you can see here, I don't have a whole lot of eyelid space. So for me, this is the perfect crease and blender. And then I can also pack it like a deep corner in the outer and then like in the outer V and blend it up. So we're gonna start with that. I am really excited because today I'm going to play with the teal shades in the gold palette for the first time, matching the lettering of my massive oversized sweatshirt. Let me just show you how massive and oversized this is. Look at the size of it on my arms, and you can see my arms are little, okay, like, okay. And then you can see how big this sweatshirt is, and this is like what my body looks like in it, okay? So yeah, but I love this shirt. It's so cute. It says, living my best señora life, and that I am. Okay, here we go. First time I've ever touched the teal shade in the gold palette, and I'm super excited. Now, what I like about the Singe Beauty brushes is that they do mimic, hold on. They do really mimic how natural brushes perform as far as like how they pick up and how they blend. The other set does. So I'm really hoping to have that same experience here with these two additional eye brushes. So here we go. We're going to get started now. Oh, it's a beautiful teal. I mean, I should have known. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm going to try to just blend it up a little bit. But my eye base is still kind of wet, so I can't really blend it too far up off the lid. That's really pretty though. I like that. I don't know what that was, but this fits perfectly in the outer part of my lid. And then it's letting me kind of blend it up out from there. That's really nice. I love the way that worked. That's my better eye. This one over here has more of a hood, and so it doesn't work quite as easily as that other eye, but it's okay. I can make it work here. Okay, so that's where we're starting at. So far, I like this brush a lot. Yeah, I like this brush a lot. I actually like it even more. Where'd it go? I actually like it even more than my JH Morphe one because of the fact that it is a little bit fluffier. So, yeah, can you see that? Just a little bit. It's like a little bit bigger than this one. It's a little bit more of a larger oval circumference. And so that just covers a little bit more space to where when I used this one in my crease, it was just a little bit too narrow of a surface area covered. But this one is the perfect amount of crease taken up. So really happy about that. Okay. Now I'm going to go into this new one, the other new one. This one is called, oh, I didn't even tell you what number this is. Here's the number, okay, of that fluffy one that I just used. And here is the number. I do want to try this one here, this little new skinny one with the same shade on the lower lash line, because the brushes that are in the existing set were all too thick for my lower lash line. I don't have large eyes. Ooh, this is beautiful. Perfect thickness for my lower lash line. Holy moly. Perfect. Not too thick, not too thin. I have had a hard time finding my perfect Goldilocks brush for my under eye as far as making a line like this that is the perfect thickness without being too thick or too thin for my particular small eyes. I have not very much space from my lash line to like my actual concealer area. So I don't really have much of a lower lash line area. And this really helps me, this particular, the thickness or lack thereof of this brush here, how thin it is, really fits perfectly in that area for me. And then you can also go back over to the top and just smoke out that V. Ooh, I love this brush. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's the two new brushes. That's all three of the new brushes that I've used. Next, I'm gonna pop into the Star palette a little bit, and I'm gonna take some of this shade right here. And I'm gonna take that on this Singe Beauty brush right here. It's a small little detailed blender. I'm gonna just bring this around the front and just meet it over into the turquoise. Now I am taking this brush right here. I'm gonna take this really pretty, I need some glitter glue, hold on. Definitely need something to make this stick. Now I'm gonna take, on that brush, I'm gonna take this really pretty, chunky, sparkly pink shimmer, and I'm gonna just tap that all over that eye base and try to, yeah. I'm not done yet. I'm still gonna add another shade over the teal part. Super pretty. Oh my gosh, love. Okay. Next, I'm gonna take this brush right here, and I'm gonna go into this duochrome shade. I don't know how this is gonna look. I should probably take like the turquoise glitter from here, but I'm not going to. I wanna just see how this one looks with the teal from the gold. Not sure if it's picking up enough there. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's got a little bit of that like dark shift and just a little bit of that like red in it. So I feel like that's kind of a fun mix. Okay, we still have the two blenders, the two large blenders, the larger blenders from the original set that I haven't used in today's look. So let me go ahead and use actually the smallest one of those two, which is this one here. And I'm gonna just blend out my edge a little bit. Okay. And then with the last brush of all the eye brushes, here's this one, I'm going to just softly blend the crease together. Now that I've got everything placed, including the shimmers. Okay. So there's the finished eye look. Okay, so here's the eyeshadow look. I've used all of the brushes now. I'm gonna add some eyeliner and mascara, and then we'll be right back to talk about my thoughts on these brushes. I personally don't really like this one for concealer. It fits the area really well, and it is really soft for under the eyes, but it is too flimsy. It's a dense brush, but it's too flimsy. So it made my concealer blending, like when I'm blending it out, it just gets a little bit too messy, too all over the place. I do, however, absolutely love this for my eye base. It's perfect for in the eye socket, and it makes putting on and blending out my eye base literally like a one pass over step. You don't even really need to do much more. I just kept passing over it because I was shocked that my eye base looked so good and I had only touched it once. So anyways, this is going to be my absolute favorite eye base. As for the two new brushes, well, I think they were the perfect addition to the existing 5 set. This was definitely what I was missing. This particular blender packer here is my favorite. I love this brush so much. And I love the way this little one here fits right underneath the lash line. It's the perfect thickness for me. Not too thick, not too thin. It's definitely going to be my go-to for my under the eyes. I also think that it might be really great for inner corner highlight. I haven't used it like that yet, so I'll check that out in a future video. But Yeah, if you haven't already seen my existing video on these other brushes here where I share my first impressions with you, let me just update that not this one, these right here. I'm still loving them. I think they're great. I have gotten to know them a lot better and I've really enjoyed them. So I think that this adds the perfect completion for me to have a full eye set right here. I've got eye base covered and every single shape that I need for eyes. So this right here is an absolutely thorough eye set as long as you get the eye base brush too, in my opinion. So that's what I would add to the 7 set. If you're picking up the whole eye brush set, I would add this one for the eye base. But if you're wanting to pick these up singles, because they are individually sold now, from the eye brushes, my most recommended are the 2 new eye set, the 2 new eye brushes, the last 2 that were added, the large blender, and this one for the shader right there. So the other 3 blenders, the small, medium, and mini blenders, I feel like that's up to you if you feel like you need them. They're a little bit stiffer, and so they're not quite as soft as these other 2 blenders. They're not quite as flimsy, but they're not too scratchy either. They're still really, really soft on the eye skin, so I do like them, but I do feel like they're the perfect trio. As you can see, like one goes larger than the other, and yeah, so you can like work your way up if you need them. But in my opinion, you could probably get by with just the smallest one and then these others right here. So let me show you those numbers, and just in case you're wondering, and I'll also have them listed down below. Vanna White makes it look so easy. Okay, here's the brush. Oh, good Lord, I switched it again. Okay, here's the brush numbers that I think are the most crucial for the eyeshadow looks. And then, of course, this one here for the eye base. So if you're just looking to pick up individual brushes, these are the 5 that I would recommend. And then these are the 2 others right here. There's that one, and then there's that other one. But I like them all. I'm happy to have them. I think that the eye base set and the 2 new additions completes my eye brush set, and that makes for literally like all the eye brushes that you need. So when I travel, I feel like I would probably just take this whole set and I'd be good to go. I wouldn't even need to mess with bringing any of my fude. So that makes me really happy. And these are synthetic, so you can literally just like spot clean them. You can clean them with some Cinema Secrets and not worry about your animal hairs getting dried out. You can just wipe these on a towel and go right into another color. So I really like that. And I'm looking forward to that aspect for this particular one here, so that when it gets too gunked up, I can just wipe it on the towel and then go right back into my eye base and add more. I mean, of course, eventually I'm going to clean it, but you get what I'm saying. It's a lot easier than letting it build up on my fude. So yeah, I'm really happy for this one, especially for my eye base. But that's going to do it. That wraps up my thoughts on my new Singe Beauty brushes. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.